What is the pool scene in like BMX is like a whole different genre. It's like a whole different community of people that all know pools. Like your homies out here in Arizona, like I don't necessarily go out and film with or anything. Like it's a
hmm
whole different world. Tell me about the riding pools world.
Well, I mean, the homies in AZ, they don't even really ride anymore, but like, I mean, or at least as much as I know anymore. But
Let's shout some out. Pat,
Pat, Joey Calderon, been my boy forever.
yes.
He was
Damn, I
who
haven't heard
like,
from Joey in forever, dude.
yeah, I hit him up the other day when I figured out we were gonna maybe be coming to Phoenix. But yeah, him and then like John, and then I think I've only met up with Zach James once or twice, but him, and then I mean, there's just like there's that ninja guy, Ginger
Ginger
Ninja
Ninja,
or
yeah.
something. Like there's pools everywhere out there, but like there's people out here that like people don't even know about, like the homie Stevo. Like he doesn't even like he's kind of off the grid, kind of has Instagrams randomly, and he only rides pools, and like that's it. And
That's
he
what I'm
like has
saying. Like
trails,
it's a
has
thing.
pools, and like yeah, he's kind of like that's all. That's all.
You do it for the feeling. Like you have some incredible clips in your like part that came out 2 years or 2 months ago for Cult in
hmm
pools, which is so
hmm
impressive. And it's crazy how
Yeah.
when did you get into pools? Because do you remember how we met on at Woodward?
Oh yeah. I mean, of course. um, but with the pools, there was well, like the first pool I rode was either like the Paula Square, which is like there's a dairy farm in like Paula, which is like North San Diego kind of. There was a square and then a kidney, and the kidney was like one of the best pools in the world, like voted one of the best pools in the world, like in the 70s or whatever.
Oh shit.
And they like the owner was super cool with it. He said just don't party and like burn it out. Everybody partied and burned it out, so they filled it in, and they're like, all right, you got one more left. And it was like this not shitty square, but it's like a square, and like skaters don't really like squares because there's not like
Yeah.
corners. So it was either like the Paula Square or like the Canyon Lake Hotel, which is like the little like city that I grew up in. And
Yeah.
it was empty for a second. So where me and all the homies like ran over there and we're just like, oh, and like hit that thing for however long it was dry. But I don't really remember because I think about it like sometimes where I'm like, it was
Yeah.
one of those squares. But yeah, that pool and those were the first ones. And then there was a pool in Wildemar, which is like near my area that was empty forever. It was called like it had a bunch of names. It was called like the Hesher Bowl or like the Clinton Keith pool or the Barracks, but it was just like a pool that was just like had a bunch of different phases of like it's crazy how like pools will have phases because it's happened a bunch of times where like you'll go to the house when it's like maybe vacant or something and you'll ride it and then you'll come back and it's fucking ran through with bums or just like burned down or like just
Yeah.
craziness and then you'll ride it when there's no house and there's just still a pool.
Huh.
So it's
Yeah.
crazy with all these like phases, but there was this pool in like 20 minutes from me that lasted for 10 years, and we
No
rode it
shit.
all the time. Like we'd light it up, like do all
Sick.
sorts of shit in there. And yeah, that pool was for sure the pool that like made me want to ride pools a lot. That was a lot of people's first pools. Like I brought Corey there, that was his first pool. And like
Walsh?
a bunch of people, yeah.
No shit. You took Corey Walsh
Yeah.
to his first pool.
Yeah, he forgets, but I did.
That's fucking awesome.
I met him at like the BMX, the Olympics thing. They had
Yeah.
like in San Diego, they had like a BMX Olympics like dirt course or something, and like we went and like rode that thing, and then we went and rode a pool
Fuck yeah. That's
like maybe
awesome.
kind of after or whatever. But that pool was there forever. It was just like there wasn't a lot of skate parks around then, so we just had this pool.
That's
Like
dope.
it was fucking crazy good.
Reached the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed that clip. If you want to support me and the podcast, just subscribe and share the show with your friends. The full episode is in the description. So if you haven't, go check that out. It's also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever you listen to podcasts. And the goal is just to grow. So if you could share the show with your BMX homies, that'd be dope. If anybody that you know that is a BMX nerd and would enjoy this podcast, do me that favor and we'll keep all these clips coming and one episode every week. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.